Welcome to another edition of the Jesse Degen Show. I'm your host for tonight, Queen of Degens, aka Jess, Jessica, Jessie, Bitch, Queenie, Cowbag, Moobag. I don't care. Do not call me bro, because there are girls on the internet and in Web3. I'll have you know. Any broness and sirness to me, it like results in insta hammer, ban hammering, like really quickly. So don't even think about it. Right, without any further ado, I want to introduce you to Oliver and Takeshi and Chris, who have come along from Kentucky Fight Club to tell us all about what they're up to. It's pretty cool. I got to tell you, it's pretty cool. We're going to struggle to squash this into an hour and a half because I know you guys have got a lot. But before we do the introductions and all that business properly, in traditional Jesse Degen style, we're going to start off with a joke. So, boys, you got a joke for us or something funny? Make us laugh.
Okay. Rushing around. Okay, that's your department. Yeah, but
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Donut.
Donut who?
Donut ask me silly questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, it made me laugh. Like I said, anything makes me laugh, but that's made me laugh. That's a good one. Don't ask me silly questions. All right, boys. Now we got the silliness out of the way. There'll be more silliness along the way, I guarantee it, because we like to make these things entertaining as well as informative. Would you like to introduce yourselves? And introduce yourselves individually, and just give us a little bit of your background, where you're from, what you've done, and that kind of good stuff.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
we got a little. Well, let's just talk. All right, go. Go first. Youngest, go first. So I'm Chris. I'm Christian. I'm a retired electronics engineer. So I've been in the space this decentralized space for about 4 years. I have a previous project, as you can see on my name. I am one of the founder and the COO of Ultimo Pay. So currently, I am also one of the founders and COO of KFC, Kentucky Fight Club. Yeah. And I'm a licensed financial advisor. That's it for me.
Okay. Hi, I'm Takashi. I'm Japanese. I worked in online casino industry for about 7 years. Before that, I was working for an investment company in Japan, and I've known Chris since Ultimo Pay, and Chris is my crypto guy. I am not a crypto guy. And also here we have Oliver. He's a very long time friend. To you.
Okay.
Oliver.
My name is Oliver. I've been in television production and animation, special effects, movies, commercials for the past 30 years. I've been in the crypto mining space for 9 years. And that went well. So when I heard about this project, I've been in gaming for only a year, but I took my skills from working with companies like Disney, Universal, Netflix, DreamWorks, and different things like that, and started developing our own games. I think you can see down in the bottom corner, we've got a live stream test going on right now. It's just a breaker 1-2, just so we can just see if things are working and making sure the odds are going well. Yep, it's ongoing.
Oliver, hold on, before we go here, Oliver, I picked up from the first time when I saw you presenting. You don't like Rick and Morty, do you?
No. It's personal. The show's good. The show's good. The show's good. It's they had a production problem, and I was called in with half the budget and half. I read the scripts of season 1. I had half the budget, half the schedule, and I had to tell them to throw everything in the garbage and start over again because it was the only way they were going to finish it. They didn't like hearing that, James and Dan, but that's what saved the show. Otherwise, there would be no Rick and Morty. The only reason I don't like it was because of some of the politics that happened on the show. So let's leave it at that.
Okay, that's good enough. By this point, I'm all in because, like, to me, you are God. By this point, you're the reason that we have Rick and Morty. Like, I still watch. I can't remember how many times I've watched it, and it still makes me laugh. But yeah, thank you. So that's big. But in all seriousness, that's big.
I only worked on season 1. And by the time let me see, by the time we got through 80% of it, I quit. Okay?
Okay, fair. I won't traumatize you by making you talk about it anymore. But, like, I just wanted to get that out because I think that's a pretty massive credential in itself. It is to me anyway. So, big up. Thank you for saving Rick and Morty for us and letting us all enjoy that whole adventure. Right, do you guys want to start introducing what you've built here in Kentucky Fight Club? In fact, tell us about the name to start with. Why Kentucky Fight Club?
All right, so it was there is a game here in South Asia, a popular game that's called sabong, locally called sabong. It's about 2 chickens fighting, cockfighting. So it's very popular here, and we have that actually part of the casino supposedly. So we thought about that, like 2 chickens fighting. So why not make it Fight Club Kentucky? Because it's connected to fried chickens. So, no, it's that simple. Sometimes simple idea, simple beginning, humble beginnings, and it led us to what we have now, which is Kentucky Fight Club. We stick to it. KFC.
It's good. It's catchy. And your website, KFC.bet, even I can remember that. It's a good one.
Yeah. But also, I just want to mention that we're not going to be doing it anymore. But we maintain the name, which just that we're not going to doing.
Because we think it's funny.
Yeah, we think it's funny. Yeah, it's a catchy name. Yeah. By the way, there's also another part of the team that's not in the office right now. Just want to give a shout out to Chris. Chris is our community manager in KFC. Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jesse, for having us. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And just before we go any further, I mean, you've already taken us, before we started this interview, you took us for a journey around your studio, which I got to say is pretty impressive, compared to most crypto projects. I know you're much more than just a token, just a crypto project. You're going to get into that in a little while. But would you like to tell us where here is, where you're actually based?
Okay, here is in the Philippines.
Okay.
We are in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
In a top secret bunker.
Top secret bunker.
In a top secret bunker.
In a top secret bunker.
I'm just joking. Now we're in an office building.
Okay. Anywhere near Manila?
Manila. We're actually in the center of Manila.
Oh, you are in Manila. Oh, nice. Right. Okay. So now, would you like to start breaking it down for us? Give us your pitch. Tell us what you've got here, what you've built, what you've been doing.
All right. So the business basically composed of 4 major parts. Number one is the casino, as you can see on the screen. I've shared my screen. That is the casino that we're building. Later on, probably we can have some demo about the games that we have. Number two is the proprietary games that we're building. That is the one showing on the lower left portion, the blue and white checkered.
It's a simple start-in game.
Yeah.
For testing.
So number three, this is Identify Daily. We're gonna expound on whatever I'm saying right now later on as we go deeper on each utility. And lastly is the massive
Lottery.
Xanderballs.
Xanderballs.
Yeah, Xanderballs.
Which is
I
a
saw
lottery.
that looks really interesting. Go on, tell us more.
Yeah, let's start with number 4. The video of the Can you see that? That is our machine. So it's one of our many machines actually. So we're gonna be having Xanderballs here on as part of our business.
Yeah, live draws with a nice production. We have a talk show. We'll kick out to different studios around that are remote, okay, in different places. So it's not just here. This is our head office. This is where we do design, but we'll be working with partners in other countries all over the place. So this is one of the games I think is really exciting because just in the U.S. A couple weeks ago there was a guy that won $2 billion. I think we can do better if we create an amazing game with a nice production value to showcase the DeFi space, but also at the end of it we have a big draw. So during the day we're going to have multiple draws during the day, and all those tickets add up and multiply. So it's like little wins. It's kind of like your scratchers and things like that, and those tickets all add up to the big Saturday night draw. And the big Saturday night draw is when everybody's out and hanging out and having a good time. We'll have a nice big draw, and I'm hoping that we can get this thing viral so that we can beat $2 billion was just a U.S. lottery. What can we do if we do a global lottery on the blockchain, verified with organic? The ball comes down, drops, they see it, the number comes up. That's what it is, and that I think is going to be probably the most exciting. And most of the money goes to prize, and then it's like a running progressive jackpot for the end of the week. So every single ticket you buy for the small one gives you a big draw, and that's where I think it's going to get exciting. Sorry, you had a question?
Yeah, so it sounds to me, I'm trying to, when I first heard about your idea with the old school lottery system, I was like, yeah, but why? But it makes a lot of sense with what you're doing with your live show, DeFi Daily, which I'd like to hear a lot more about, actually, because I find that really interesting as well. So you're kind of melding the new school digital world, the blockchain, like everything tech, and with the old school analog for the cameras to give it that proper show effect.
Well, I think that everybody can do the digital. It's just a computer algorithm, but analog makes it more exciting. We're in a digital world. We're in a DeFi space, but if we're doing something analog, there's more factors in that world, and that makes it more exciting, and you can physically see it, and it's fair. We all, I think anybody in this space knows that, computer guys can do lots of nifty tricks, but in an analog space, we can't. So I think that's something that's very, very important. We're going to verify it on there. We're going to work with something where it's like facial recognition, but it's not. So it'll have a computer recognition, then of the ball and the number, then it'll have a human recognition, and then it'll have a transaction, and the transaction goes out, and that's it. I'm really hoping to give away a huge prize, because I think that's going to be our best marketing, will be a massive prize.
Cool. the prizes get people's attention. Of course they do. I've been saying for the longest time that I think DeFi is as much about entertainment as it is about finance and making money. But of course, we're here because we want to make money. So for me, what you guys are doing, taking the entertainment aspects and the possibility of making huge amounts of money, it's really interesting. I'm curious as to how it's going to work. So do you want to explain to us how people are actually going to be able to get a ticket in this big lottery that you're going to be running weekly? And break that down a little bit for us, please.
Okay, back to me.
We're going to have a website, right?
Okay. No.
That's okay.
Well,
take it from the beginning. So people have bought your tokens, presumably, so that they can get into your casinos. And then, so how do they go about getting a ticket in this great big lottery that you're running?
Okay, back to me, I guess. So, well, we're going to have websites, obviously. I'm working with a film partner as well out of Singapore that has a working metaverse, unlike Zuckerberg. So that's another place we'll be, and also with apps. So between the three, you can buy your ticket. You can buy what I want is like a micro ticket, so everybody can get that little rush. Okay, you can buy it with KFC, but also eventually we're going to have USDT and other options.
We're going to be transferring to USDT.
Yeah. So then, if we're transferring to USDT, the token is actually more or less you can bet with it while we're working with it. But eventually, when you're staking it, it's almost like you have a stake in the casino, right? So you can get a portion of the profits back. We're going to be putting up 40%, depending on the amount of time that people will be staking their tokens. Okay, so I mean, bet them, but also that's like betting with shares in a casino. But for now, it's $1, so why not have some fun? Mess around. We get the ecosystem going, and it's a real use case scenario where the token will generate profit. So if you want to pump and dump, you're going to miss out, and you're going to be a chump.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I think this is a great segue into your token. So you're in your first private sale at the moment. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we're in the private sale right now. Yeah, go ahead.
And what are your tokenomics? What are your taxes? And just break that down first, please.
We don't have tax, so we have zero tax. The token so we have a 10 million token supply. Zero tax. Actually, we don't have vesting, because we believe in having free trade. All right. So as far as distribution is concerned, 40%, 40 to 50% of the token supply, which in the circulation, we're just gonna transfer them to the debt address. Otherwise, they'll just burn. So the remaining 45% will be, for the pre-sales, for everyone to have their tokens. We have about, I think, 6% for the listings. Zero team tokens. So we're not going to be holding any tokens. We're not going to be having unlocked tokens. So the LP will be 10%. So it's actually a big LP. It's a stable LP to begin with. This is we're going to be focusing on the business.
Real business.
Real business. Yeah. KFC is a business more than just the token. So once we launch the token, we focus on the business and making it profitable. Because if we are profitable, we can do buybacks. We can give out, like Oliver said, 40% of the revenue to the holders, and that's it. We make profit, token holders make profit, and that's it. That's what's important. So whatever happened to the token price, it goes up, it goes down. At the end of the day, if the business is profitable, everyone is profitable.
Okay. And so you're going to pay yourself out of the gambling side of the business, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, correct. So we don't need to sell tokens to be able to survive, to be able to pay ourselves. We don't need the tokens because this is going to be a profitable business. It's already a profitable business.
It's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
And some of these games have been up over a year already and generating profit. Mm-hmm. So that's what's got us to this point. So KFC is kind of like the machine behind a casino, so that's the better way to look at it. I think it's a little different. It's a little out of the box, but also I believe that if it's fair, that's how we will succeed. It's a community.
Correct. Yeah. Community driven. Mm-hmm. And after all, sure. Go ahead, guys.
No, I was agreeing with you. If you can build your community up around your business, and like you're a casino, and we all know that the casino always wins, right? The house always wins. So that's one side that is going to be profitable. But what I'm wondering to myself is, and please don't get me wrong, I think what you've got here looks amazing. However, I also know that the online gambling world is ferociously competitive. So I guess where I'm going with that, what's going to make you stand out in a crowded marketplace?
This is true. There is a lot of competitors in the online casino world. Our difference is we have our own proprietary games. Okay. This means we can sell our gaming content to other casinos, which will generate revenue. We also have iDeFi Daily, which will also hopefully, get sponsors. This is also a revenue-making business, and Xanderball will definitely give us business, but in order to do that, we need exposure, we need marketing fees. We have to spend quite a lot of money on marketing, and we need help with that from your people, from your community, who can back us up and help us in our business. Yeah. And
also, I think our creativity in our games, we're going to do some pretty fun stuff. We're going to do really out of the box things. So I'm hoping some of that will go viral as well. So yes, we're starting with some pretty standard things like Mahjong and different card games, but they're all our own flavor. So that's one thing that I think is going to make us stand out, and we can utilize those games and sell them, as Takashi was saying, for added revenue back into the whole ecosystem, which will boost us up. So we're not just a digital casino online. Okay. And there's some things that we've been talking to different people in the community in the gaming space, and those projects, we have some projects that we got to keep them secret because I don't want somebody else taking them from us. And I think those are things that people want they want things like, I mentioned scratchers. Okay. That's one thing that's, people want a phone scratcher where you don't have to go down to the gas station. You can just do it on your phone. So I think we're looking at viral things, but also really creative things and fun things that's going to be very, very important. And we also are working on NFTs, NFT projects. So everything is about creativity, and everything is about.
I don't also know if I can actually cut in here. Talking about the community, I will say every project largely depends on it. And a vibrant and energetic community is a great community ready to ride. So community in line with marketing plays a crucial role in the success of any business, and the casino and bet crypto industry is no exception to this. With the growing popularity of cryptocurrencies and online gambling, marketing strategies need to be innovative and targeted to effectively reach and engage the desired audience. And this is exactly what we are focused on, targeting the right people to get invested in KFC. Building a strong brand identity is crucial for any casino and bet crypto project, and this is exactly what we are doing. Chris here, as you all know, is the founder of UltimatePay, which is a reason for you to actually get involved with us because he has a great track record of success with creating successful projects. So, as far as the team goes and is concerned, community engagement with marketing is a very crucial aspect we actually concerned about. Thank you.
Well, I think the marketing is giving back to the community. Most projects don't. They come in, they pump, they dump. They've got a meme. We're more than a meme. We've got a business behind us that can generate profits, which can give back to our token holders a share of those profits. Yeah. So that's very rare.
And
that's very rare.
Yeah, and that's true. And this is one of the exact things that made me sit up and pay attention to you guys, is that you actually have a real tangible business here. I mean, I'm guessing you're based in the Philippines. I think I've heard you speaking about this before, but would you like to tell our community about the legal part of your business, that you're like you said, you're an actual business that's playing by the rules of the country that you're set up in?
Okay, Philippines is a center of online game licensing for Asian markets. It's one of the biggest hubs here, and it's regulated. And we have a Curacao license at the moment, but we might think about getting a Pogo license, which is a local Filipino casino license.
Yeah, and just to add to that, some of our staffs and also our games will be also located, and in a place or a building that has a license, a Pogo license. We call it POGO, or the Philippine Online Gambling. What's O? Organization. Yeah, it's a license.
I have no idea. Sorry. We'll look that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're licensed, and I'm guessing you're a limited liability company as well. Is that right?
Yeah, our corporation.
Yeah. It's a normal corporation.
Normal corporation.
Shareholding.
All registered and all that kind of stuff. And is there information that is there any way that people can go to find that information, to check it all out for themselves?
Well, we are KYC'd by...
about the company. Yeah. We're going to post it soon. We have some applications. We still have some documents to submit first. We don't want to, get legal liabilities. But yeah, you cannot basically operate or have an office such as this if you don't have a corporation. Of course, we have.
Right now, we're running with our production corporation. So our gaming corporation will go online when we go live. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll provide.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yup Productions has been in business since 2003. It has produced lots of things. Okay.
Look it up. Why
YupProductions.com.
YupProductions.com.
It's in the SEC. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you for explaining that to us. Now,
that's where we're going to do the video production, but the gaming is that's another segment, and that's what we're right now in the process of setting up. Okay.
Okay, so that's DeFi Daily, and
no, that's DeFi Daily, and the productions.
Yeah. And the productions. Okay. Now, I know when we first started talking tonight, before we got into the interview, you said that you had some new things that, of course, you've been working for the past week. I know you've been working really hard. So I'd like you to tell us about them next. But before you do that, I'd like you to give our degens in the chat their code word, so they can start getting their forms in with their questions and all their tasks and bits and pieces. So what would you like their code word to be tonight?
Bart Simpson. So Amanda, hug and kiss.
Stupid. KFC.bet, right?
Okay. KFC.bet? No, that's boring. Let's see. KFC.
Herbs.
Herbs?
Herbs.
Please not KFC.
No, herbs. Yeah, it's okay.
7 spices.
It's too long.
No, the letter 7, the number 7 spices.
7 spices.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 spices.
7 spices. So that's number 7 spices. SPICES. And you know I'm not too fussy about spelling because I can barely spell my own name. So long as it looks about right, we'll take it. You now have 10 minutes to get your forms uploaded with all your bits of evidence from the tasks that you've already done, because you're all really good. So that's 10 minutes. The code word is 7 spices. But do not think that you can just disappear, because we may well take another snapshot after this. And if you happen to win and you're not in the snapshot, guess what? You'll be disqualified. We'll give your praise to somebody who has genuinely been here and given their attention for the very tiny amount of like an hour and a half maximum. Just saying. So 7 spices. You have 10 minutes, which means you have until 56. I have to do the maths, 2 hours. So 5:56 UTC. You have 10 minutes from this moment. Anything after 10 minutes will not be included. Right. With that, I want to get back to the really interesting stuff. So, boys, tell us about the cool things that you've been working on this week, please.
Okay, the game. Right now, we've been testing odds to make sure everything's fair. We want to make sure when games. There was a game that I invented about 14 months ago, and when we launched it, it didn't work. So it's always good to test and make sure the game works and the pieces work, the buttons work. Working with the blockchain to make sure that all goes. So we're basically going to be bringing on new games week after week, day after day, so that people can see the progress, and hopefully people will jump on before it's too late, because once they're all up, they're generating money.
Just to add to what Oliver's saying, if you guys look at the screen on the Identify Daily on the lower left, very simple game that's actually being streamed.
Yeah, it's Breaker 1-2. And we've got a guy sitting there 24 hours a day breaking 1 or 2. So the odds are coming out even, which is good. Within once you get up above 1,000 to 10,000, it all kind of levels out. Sometimes there's a run one way, there's a run the other way. We have another game called Checkerball, which is a 3-game version of that. Now you'll see how the table's worn out. You can see the wear marks, because we've probably done hundreds of thousands of breaks on that. We're going to be sending that table tomorrow to redesign it, and we're going to be designing it in the fashion so you can see it on a phone. So we're going to rotate the numbers. We're going to rotate it. So that was something that came up today. So we're always developing, coming up with new things. We're working on the Mahjong game. We're working on the card game, which is a new version, flipping over, 4 cards. Now, we're trying to keep the first games very simple so that the transactions can be very quick.
Yeah.
But we were at the casino ourselves the other for a meeting. What was it? Last weekend?
4 days ago.
4 days ago? I don't know. We've been working long hours, so I lose track of time. And what was the game that we're trying to reinvent games? What's it? Nunu, which is very popular in China. So we're coming up with a version of that because I think online you can't do all the complicated things because it's too hard for a lot of people, and you want something quick. So we're coming up with kind of a fast version of that.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick version of Baccarat, maybe a quick version, but our own, like complete our own flavors. And that's kind of fun. So we're coming up with our own graphics, our own look.
Yeah.
Some are kind of anime-ish, some are like classic casino looking-ish, some are fun and cartoony. So that's what we work on.
Yeah. And I think that's another, sorry, Jesse, I think that's another answer to the question, what we offer that is different to the market, what makes us stand out. I think that is the perfect answer. We're doing a lot of things that are different. You don't see them in any other casinos right now. That's why it's, proprietary to us.
Yeah, we're pretty much not doing things that exist in other, like in traditional casino space, because we're doing our own thing and it's already done. We can find a partner to get those games like blackjack. Yeah. Well, let's come up with, ace queen family or something, let's come up with our own games that are more fun and something different, because some of those games have been played to death. Why go to the, if you expect a new outcome from the same, from the same actions, you're just gonna,
that's insanity.
That's insanity. So we're really trying to make it new.
Yeah, if you keep doing the same things over and over, you're going to get the same results. Basically, yeah. And that's, if you're doing stupid things over and over, then that is the definition of insanity. Agreed. I'm just having a look through your website here. So I see something. I don't think you've really spoken to this as yet. Can you tell us about Fightcast?
Fightcast has been changed. Fightcast has been rebranded to iDefy Daily. Because we're actually looking in the space from doing these AMAs. We kind of found out that I think there needs to be a little bit of psychotherapy going on. It seems like a lot. There needs to be a lot
of psychotherapy. I don't know if you've noticed, but my alt that's actually sharing the screen right now is Alex the Shrink. He should tell you something.
Well, maybe he can be a guest. So we're looking to give some DeFi news, some tech information, and then deep dive into, with some of our video tools that we have that other people don't have, that we can deep dive and really look for good projects, okay? Because there's other people out there that have projects like we do. And I think that if the communities get behind those projects, and I've talked to some people that really believe in the blockchain, really believe in the DeFi space. It's our last vestige of freedom. So why don't we do a show and work with communities such as your own? And those communities have their own niche. Well, we're kind of going a little bit more broad stroke, but we want to work with those communities, have them on as special guests, give and take back and forth. Make it entertaining, maybe do a few little silly sketches and things like that.
Yeah, that does sound really cool. When do you plan to start doing your DeFi daily shows?
Well, we just interviewed an announcer, a professional announcer. I'm a producer, I'm a director, I'm behind the scenes. So we've been looking at hosts. So we talked to a lady the other day, and I talked to a gentleman the other day that was quite good. And we want to bring some professionalism to the space too. So it's a show that everybody can tune in daily, and I DeFi daily. And if they tune in, they can get a little bit of enjoyment, and maybe we can get to the bottom of the DeFi space, the tech space, the news, how we can stick together.
NFT auctions.
Oh yeah. Oh, and we'll have NFT auctions. We'll have the lotto. I think you can see some paintings here. I'm working with some artists, local artists, and other artists around the world, where we're going to do a ERC 1155 token, where I believe that the what do you call it? I believe the NFT should be the provenance for a painting. So we will ship you some of these wonderful paintings you can see, and we'll have we'll have some serious auctions. This woman here, she's considered the pop artist queen of the Philippines. Arian, she's doing some beautiful work. I don't know if you can see them very well, but we've got them up in the background. And we're gonna listen to the community and find out what they want too. So hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully we can make something entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. It sounds. I mean, so you're going to be starting to do these shows very soon, I guess.
Can you give me this one? Just grab it. Yeah. One sec. I'll show you this one. We just got this in the other day, and I just love it. I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, me too.
Can you? Yeah. Oh wow.
There you go.
Camera. It's just beautiful.
Okay.
So the NFT could be more than just a JPEG. Physical.
Yeah.
Real. I think this artist gets around. I don't know. I think she gets around $10,000+ per painting, which is pretty good here. And she's willing to jump on board because she thinks that this is the future for all artists, that they can prove the provenance, and the person who buys the painting can actually have a direct connection to the artist. So there's lots of things we're doing in our space.
And how do the NFTs benefit your ecosystem? Is there? I mean, if somebody decides to buy one of these paintings backed by the NFT, or the other way around, whichever way you want to say it,
it all feeds back to the project.
How?
People buy, and there's a certain commission percentage that comes back to the auction house.
That's what I was looking at. Do you know the numbers, or are you still working on that?
I'm looking at
10%. I don't know.
No, I'm looking at the same as an art gallery. So basically, we're a digital art gallery. I'm looking at about 25%.
Okay, and that 25% will actually feed back into your ecosystem. I mean, how will that happen? Will that buy tokens and then you'll take them out of the supply, and just trying to understand how?
Yeah.
How we fit together.
We obviously have to,
all the profits.
We obviously have to pay the artist, correct? So the artist will be paid automatically, okay, through the NFT. They get their percentage, we get our percentage, and that's
after all the expenses paid will be distributed to our stakeholders. Yeah.
So it's very,
which is the KFC coin holders.
Yeah, just only the KFC, only people in our club.
In the holding your tokens, the KFC bet token.
In the KFC token. Kentucky Fight Club. So you got to be in the club to join in.
Yeah.
This is an exclusive club.
All right, and and the token is a way to buy into that, and that's the whole purpose of the token, I guess. It's the blood of the system, and
True.
give your stakeholders.
It's about time that a project really pays the token holders, the investors, the
Has the
people.
ability to make money from.
That's true. You cannot give something which you don't have.
I mean, I've been talking to people in this space when I talked about the psychotherapy aspect, and it's like you invested how much in a drawing, and I'm an artist. I draw all the time, and I'm like, you must be insane. What is it, Justin Bieber in an ape? I mean, it's an okay drawing. Doesn't really impress me, but that's and then they just pump it and see how high they can get it, and everybody pulls their money out. Well, at least in this, we're always giving back to it, and there's no reason to pull your money out because you're always getting paid. So why would you pull your money out?
Yeah. No, so, and I guess that's where I'm driving at now. So by buying your tokens and holding them, they will actually pay rewards back to the holders. Is that?
We're gonna be providing staking pools for them to join in.
Yeah, they have to stake.
They have to stake.
They have to show up. If they're not staking and they're just sleeping.
Now I'm getting it. Right, because I was looking. You got a zero tax token. I can't see that there's reflections or automatic burns or anything else like that going. And of course, I'm not looking at the smart contracts because that's not live yet. But that makes a lot more sense. So you're actually going to build a D app that people can stake their tokens in, and is there going to be a lockup involved, or are you going to let people just stake and trust that they're going to hold them there because they're getting good rewards?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So the staking platform, we're going to provide time for people to get in. There's going to be like I can't remember what we call it, but there's going to be a time for people to go in and stake their tokens. Let's say 15-day period. After that, all the tokens are in. We're gonna lock it for about for 30 days, 90 days, or 365 days, depending. And of course, the reward varies depending on the on the number of days. Now, after the going in is done, that is time where we send out the rewards. Okay, so that all of the holders get their rewards in USDT already, not tokens, in USDT, evenly distributed depending on the size of their holdings
and length.
Yeah, and length of the stake. So we're not gonna do like what the usual staking platform, wherein if you go on first, majority of the rewards you get them, right? That is unfair. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna provide like a 15-day period where everybody can go in, give time for everyone to go in, and then we send out the rewards after that period. All right, so that's the staking pool. Second, the contract has already been launched. It's already been deployed. We have not verified the contract yet, so that once we go big on marketing, no one can copy the KFC token. We are doing this to protect our community, to protect our holders, so that there will be no copycats, there will be no scams that's gonna happen, right?
Because it's been audited.
Yeah, it's been audited. It's been audited by CoinScope. The audit results are in our group. I believe CoinScope already tweeted about it. If you follow us, you can see the tweet. You can see the KYC and everything. And well, anyway, KYC we're here, right? We're doxed. And okay, so yeah, we have the audit and the KYC by CoinScope already. They check the contract. It's a pretty straightforward contract. There's nothing special about it, but there is a function there that will not allow anyone that has the tokens right now, because we've seen some buys already in the private sale link. They cannot add their own LP. That is the protection that we have for the contract. No one can add LP until the team added their own LP.
Yeah. That
So my experience in the space, like Takashi said earlier, I am the crypto guy in the team. So my experience in the space, you know what's the space looks like, right? So my experience able to protect the project, provide this things in our contract that will protect the contract, but at the same time it will protect the investors, will protect the project, it will protect everyone, and of course ourselves as well as a company.
Yep, sounds great. Sounds really, really good. So, and that's a great segue into security. And you've kind of covered all the bases there. So you've already audited your smart contract, and you said that's actually deployed already.
Yes, it's deployed already.
Yeah.
I think some of your community members already purchased from pre-sale at KFC.bet. There was a buy. So I think after this, we're just developing the buy bot, so to add more hype into it. And there's gonna be a buy bot provided for the group, to our group, and also to other groups that will support the project. The pre-sale page is KFC, pre-sale at KFC.bet.
And how much of your first private sale? So you've already had your angel investors round, right? So that's
yeah.
So you're on
that's
the first. I can see, just looking at your website here. Where was it? Yeah, the breakdown. So you've got your angel round at 1.5%, so tiny. And we're now into pre-sale 1, which is 16.5% of the supply. How far through that are you? How much of that have you sold so far?
Actually, we are on the private sale right now. It's a private public sale. We just made it public so that anyone can join in. It's gonna end in 5 days. By July 22nd, we're gonna start the pre-sale, the public pre-sale.
Oh, so, I see. So we are actually in that 1.5% angel round, as you've called it, on your pie. Hold on, let me share my screen here. Screen, this one, yeah. So we're still in the 1.5% angel.
No, actually, we are in the 4.8%.
Private sale.
Private sale.
4.8%. Here. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. I was going round from that way. You're going that way.
Yeah.
And then you're going to head into pre-sale 1 and pre-sale 2, and the prices are going to step up incrementally. Do you want to tell us the prices? What price are people being able to buy your token for right now, and what does it step up to through the pre-sale 1 and pre-sale 2?
Okay, so the private sale, the token.
Do you want to share that screen?
Someone is sharing the screen.
Okay. So
it's 83 cents right now. The price of the tokens, 400,000 tokens is going to go out, for the private sale. After that, the price of the token will go up to 90 cents, and then pre-sale to 95 cents. The price of the token will be $1 at launch.
And you can play with it.
Yeah, and you can actually, on the casino, you can use the KFC token to play.
Okay. And so repeat that price that you're at right now, just to make sure that people have heard it, because my brain's ticking over now. And the big question is, of course, trust. But here you are on camera. We see your offices. We've heard your history. Forget about KYC, you're fully doxed by this point. There's no way that you can just disappear because, like, well, here you are. So, yeah, I mean, this is a big opportunity here. How much is your token right now?
Is it okay to share my screen?
Absolutely, please do. I'll stop sharing this screen here.
All right. I'll just share my screen for everyone. Okay, so this is the pre-sale link. Currently, the price of the token is at 83 cents.
83 cents.
Right here. Yeah, that's the private sale. So we,
Make sure you tell them about gas fees.
Yeah.
BNB.
So you can go ahead and you can go to our website, connect your wallet, make sure it's in Binance Chain, and then buy tokens, buy as much as you want.
Yeah, because if you go in the Ethereum chain, it will cost more. Somebody
I'm allergic to ERC20 by this point. I say it a lot. Okay, so that's nice. So I mean, like, and you're moving forward. Clearly, you're a business, and you're moving forwards with this. So this token is being sold at a 27% discount at the moment. So even if you only hold it until launch, there's an easy 27%. So I guess that leads me into my next question, because also your pre-sale one at 90 cents, 10%, and 95 cents, 5%. So how are you going to mitigate that inevitable dump from your pre-salers on launch?
Multiple ways.
Yeah.
Number one, some people will gamble with it, and they potentially will lose it, which will essentially bring it back to us. So that's one way. That's kind of an innovative way. And the other way is, well, we're going to be buying back some. We're going to be burning to an address. And lastly, there's also all the profit that we have within the ecosystem, which other projects don't have. You're not going to get that on a meme.
No, because your gambling, your casino is literally generating revenue, right? Which is feeding back into the token. Is that right?
Correct.
And also, before we add the LP, on the chronologically, before we add the LP, we're going to be providing the staking platform already, so people can see how much they're going to be making if they stake their tokens prior to actually adding the LP. So that makes we can see by that time. Okay, this is the number of tokens staked. This is the number of tokens burned. This is the number of tokens that are in the circulation. I think we can, we're not going to be volatile that much, because after all, we're going to be putting like 10% into LP. So that's going to be, it's going to be hard to tank.
Okay. And how much do you foresee your starting LP to be? Ideally, where would you like to get to? And realistically?
1 million tokens over $1 million. So that's 1 million MC at $1. 1:1:1:1.
Okay. And how much of that is going to go into LP?
$1 million.
All of it?
All of it.
The whole lot is going into LP. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
like yeah. So probably there's gonna be a lot of questions. Well, that's a big LP, this and that. Like we said, we are not in the token business. We are not in the token business. We are in the gambling business. We have a real business that we operate, and just the token is right there. It's like an IPO. It's like a listed company. That's the shares are there. It's gonna go up and down, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna be profitable. And if the company is profitable, we can just do
So you're
strategic
holding.
buybacks.
And
Yeah.
I think you've answered that difficult question that I asked you. I feel really horrible by this point when I start. I think I do warn all our guests. I like to drill down into these things because this is a very complicated project and proposition you've got here. This isn't, like you said all along, this isn't your normal degen pump and dump kind of play and move on to the next thing. This is a genuine business opportunity, and you're inviting people to buy in to be shareholders in your business through your token, basically.
That's true. And we want everyone involved in this. This is going to be a big community. There's going to be people that are real investors, people that's going to hold, and we also want the degens here. All right? Like everybody.
And this is why I'm asking the question, because I know that you see the degens are going to be looking at these numbers now and going, these guys look legit. I mean, this is the way that I'm thinking. And Queen of Degens, I've been around the blockchain a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I personally, I'm looking at this going, okay, I can pump some money in now and I'm guaranteed to pull that back. And then, when we find the level, I may be tempted to push it back in, to push it back up again and ride the wave, So that's why I'm asking these questions, because this is how people think about these propositions. But with that question around how you're going to mitigate that time, I think you've answered that really clearly and really well. You're giving, and it may be that this is the cheapest opportunity, and people see this as such a great opportunity, then they're not willing to give those tokens up because you might not get back in at that price. Yeah. And these things, things like this.
You might learn a lesson. Yeah, you might learn a lesson.
Yeah, you might sell for pennies and then have to go down the hardware shop to buy some rope as you watch the thing pump literally to the moon. Not financial advice, degen financial advice, maybe. Not financial advice. Okay.
So
I think
and also, that's why there's zero tax. Because people are going to think like, oh my God, zero tax, I can go in and go out anytime. Yeah, you can go out. You might go in at a lower price or at a higher price.
You might be left out.
You might be left out. You might FOMO in after. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of psychology.
Exactly.
People are going to go nuts in this project.
If your staking pools have some nice, juicy APRs, I can also tell you from a degen mentality, as speaking for myself here, I would well be tempted just to plonk my tokens, which is the whole point of a staking pool, of course, to
correct
and get those rewards and possibly ride a nice pump upwards as well.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys. That's that's the usual gameplay. Let's say I have $1,000. I buy in like $1,000 of tokens. I stake $500 worth of my tokens. Ride the wave with the rest of the $500 worth of tokens. That's it. Like ride the wave. Zero tax anyway. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, potentially $1,000, but I don't think so with what you're presenting to us here. If you can pull this off, if you can deliver, which what I really like about you guys is that I can see that you're serious. You're set up. This isn't just vaporware. I mean, I've heard a lot of this stuff over the years from different projects, but they haven't had anything to back it with. But yet here you are sat in front of cameras in your studio, in your business that you've built up, talking about tangible things. And now you're introducing your token to give people shares in what you're building. It's it's nice. And I really hope that you do well. I do, genuinely.
You know what? I think it's really important to say that this opportunity also, yes, we're sharing, but also the community is going to be also helping us make it possible. So that's, it's symbiosis. That's the way I see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. Community is really, really important. So it's nice to see. And I'll say this as well. It's also nice for me to go into your group and see a group that's not bloated by deleted accounts and obviously scraped accounts and bots and all the rest of it. That, I've watched you from when you had, I think it was less than 100 members in there, growing by doing what you're doing, coming and presenting your ideas and what you've built various communities, and it's commendable. It's really good. So yeah, thank you. It's nice. It's refreshing.
We actively go in and make sure there's no bots. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. I have the same policy right here in Jesse Degen. You'll notice our numbers are not bloated because I'm continually banning people, obvious shillers and scammers and like God knows what. I see it. I'm like, no, bye. We don't want you. They don't add any value. And I think by this point, particularly in Degen, DeFi and Telegram, people are kind of wising up to going into groups that have thousands of people in there and no actual participation. And if anything, I think those projects suffer as a result of that because it just looks scammy, It's not legit. So yeah, that's nice.
Well, there's no profits in bots. There's no profits in bots. Complete waste of time.
No, well, it used to be people would go crazy when they went, they wanted to see a TG that was full to the brim, got great big numbers in it because that was really exciting and it must mean that it's really popular. But people are wised up to that by now, I think. Most people, new people, maybe not so much, but most people that have been around a little while know that, this is a legitimate group. I can see people actually talking and interacting and participating in things. Or no, there's 10K members in this group, and I see nothing but one-line obvious bot messages. It's not real, There's a big difference, isn't there? But enough about that. We're coming into the last part of the AMA now. I'm going to have a look. I need to open up a form. Okay, here we go, and start asking you some questions from our community that they've asked. So let me just get into the spreadsheet.
Still playing. Still going.
Computer.
The game.
Yeah, it's been going since yesterday.
So that game that's down there in the corner, can people actually play that right now?
Very soon. Very, very soon.
Very soon.
Actually, well, that game, no, because we're going to discontinue that tomorrow, take another game. That's the game we're going to go live with. This was just a very simple 1-2, just so we could test things. You want to walk before you run, otherwise you're going to trip and fall on your face.
That's true, and probably crawl before you can walk as well if you're a little baby. So, all right, I just took
up running when I was a kid.
I am opening up my spreadsheet here, and we have a ton of questions. I'm going to say there's no way we got time to go through all of these. We've got like 50.
We love questions. We love them.
50 odd responses here. So I'm going to just pick a few of them that catch my eye and ask you guys to answer them or have a laugh, because some of them will inevitably be funny. But as I'm reading through them, I want you to listen out and think of one, because one of them we're going to award the best question to. So just have a think about that as I'm asking them. Right, so first question. Okay, all right. Somebody's obviously been listening to what I've been saying about funny questions. will I get extra chances and life support if I sell my dad's car and still lose all the money in your lottery platform?
We'll make some viral videos for you.
There you go. So, depends how far you can get away from your dad is the answer to that one. So I need to highlight these so I can remember which ones we've actually asked.
He can stay in the film.
Okay, it's another funny one. Can I buy KFC with this token? I'm craving chicken now. Ha ha.
We were talking about that as a prize. We were actually talking about that as a prize.
Really?
Delivered anywhere in the world.
Maybe somebody can start having some. Yeah, maybe somebody can start having some conversations with the actual Colonel. Who knows? Right. We've actually got some decent questions tonight. Big up, you guys. This is a very long one, though. Yeah. Okay. No, this is good, and this is in depth. You're gonna have to listen to this one. I haven't actually read it. I've just scanned it, but it looks quite good. So, considering the Kentucky Fight Club project combination of an online casino, sportsbook, proprietary games, live lottery, and tech podcast, my concern is regarding responsible gambling practices. How does the project address potential issues such as addiction and promotion of underage gambling habits? Additionally, how does the project ensure the fairness and integrity? This is a lot of questions all in one. I'm gonna stick with that first one because otherwise it's going to be too much. But it's a fair question. I've heard this one asked before as well, so I'm a little bit suspicious that it's not pinched from somewhere else. But it's a good question. How are you going to ensure that people with genuine gambling addictions aren't going to be suffering?
So this has been a topic, and this is something that was addressed a while ago. And when we hear great things from the community, we work on addressing it. First of all, for the age limits, we'll have whatever restrictions we possibly can to get to keep people out and keep kids out with the check boxes and all the usual things. But in addition to that, one thing that we've been talking about adding to the system is when they always say on television about you're supposed to spend 3 months' salary on your wedding ring kind of thing. Well, it'd be like a calculator that you could say, hey, this is how much I make a week. This is how much this is how much I have. And this is like an acceptable amount of money for you to it still comes down to regulating, but at least it'll give you a guideline on what's responsible. Okay. Within your economic status. Most of our games are very, very cheap. So if you don't want to go in and, put down £1,000, you don't have to. So that's the other thing that's going to help. And the other point would be very important is our games. We take such a small percentage of the games opposed to most of the other casinos that you're not going to lose as much because most of it's left on the table. Okay. And
what's the percentage?
Well, depending on the game, a simple game like the one you're looking at the bottom of the screen is 5%. Some of them are 10%. So really it's 90% is profit, or 90% is prize money and 10% is profit, because there's so much churn that we really don't have to be greedy. That's a very important point. And lastly, we're going to make sure there's links to gaming safety, gaming. In the UK, there's a responsible gaming organizations and things like that, and make sure those links are there. And we're going to continue to develop what we've just talked about. So this is part of what we're working on. And yes, we understand, but people do enjoy it. They just have to do it in a responsible way.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, good answer. It sounds like you've thought about it. And just to expand on that a little bit, will you actually be reaching out to the organisations, the charitable organisations that are there to support gambling addicts, so that you can actually work with them and take on their suggestions?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Good answer. Okay, this is quite a good question. Will there be extra bonuses for regular gamblers in the platform in order to keep them using the platform?
The ones that we have currently is, first deposit, you get twice your money, and
100% bonus.
100% bonus. And we have
we will have we're planning to have like cashbacks on the losses. We will have maybe percentage rebates on the casinos.
Bring your friend rebates.
We will have referral bonuses.
Yeah. That's something we didn't talk about. The other thing that we're working on, that you asked earlier, what's going to set us apart, that we weren't able to bring up, is eventually we're going to be working with Web3 and apps and things like that. But we're also going to try to make the gaming more social. So it's like social media gaming, chatting with the dealer, chatting with other people in the group, so that it's like interactive and a little bit more fun, not just sitting there pushing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you can go and enjoy and have a social experience and make new friends.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, and we know the power of Web2 and social, social applications, digital medias, all that kind of. There's no question about it. It's powerful, isn't it? So I think that's a really good thing. Now let me have a look. Okay, another funny one, because I do ask for funny questions, because I would rather read funny questions than a load of obvious copy pasta bounty hunter BS, because it just gets boring. So we all know that KFC has 11 secret herbs and spices. Tell us one of your secrets and make it spicy.
Takashi, you're our secret. You're our secret spice. What do we got? Well, we've been telling you probably 120. 22 spices.
If we tell the secret, it's no longer a secret.
Yeah, actually, being quiet sometimes is very, very important secret. That way, we don't let it out the bag, and power's in our silence.
Well, I think. Yeah, if there's something, I think this is still a secret. There is, but it was asked in the PC. I think, there's one question in your group right now that, since we're racing, are we planning on reaching out to VCs? I was answering that question, but it gets mixed up. Anyway, there is a big VC that's gonna be backing the project. So the private sale right now, it's less than 5 days. We're not worried. It's just gonna fill itself. You guys are gonna be amazed, or gonna be what you call that? Not shocked, but.
The other secret spice is some of our partners from the community that we've been working with over the last couple of years. There's things that obviously are outside of our expertise, so we partner with people that have different expertise or different kinds of projects. And there's one project which is kind of exciting called Sexy Island. So that's kind of a secret spice that might add more revenue. For those that choose, it's in a VIP section. They can go and have some sexy gambling for all sexes and all flavors.
Our community member asked for one secret spice, and I've counted at least 4 that you've given us there, possibly 5. So good answer.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask a couple more, and then we'll start wrapping up because we're getting to the end of our hour and a half, and I always think that that's more than enough for the majority of monkey brains in our community, because like 2 brain cells, that's a lot of work for 2 brain cells when even when both of them are working at the same time. So let's have a look. Yeah, I see some boring questions.
We'll answer anything.
Careful.
Ask us almost anything. AMA.
Okay, so there's one here. I'm going to ask it because it's a short one and it's fair. Has there been any I mean, I know the answer already, but has there been any involvement from the actual KFC? Have you had any conversations with them about what you're developing here, or is that?
Okay, I've been in entertainment for quite a while, and we're protected. I talked to my lawyer in LA. We're protected under the parody law, so we've got a good sense of humor about it. It is all in fun. It is only in fun and light, and there is no malice behind what we're doing. So we have our own original name. We have our own original logo. Okay, and but there may be some parody and humor in our logo, so that's very, very, very well protected.
Fantastic, and I love your logo, by the way. Those 3D glasses on Colonel. I mean, I know you're not a meme token, but that could be a meme token in itself.
Well, we're a meme token with meat. We're a meme token with some meat behind us.
I like it. A meme token with meat. You're not a meme token. I see a lot of meme tokens. This is not a meme token.
Well, I think that's part of the charm of the token, that people come in thinking that we're just a meme and they find out more.
Yeah. Just hold on. Give me 1 second. I thought I saw another one.
I had a conversation with
somebody has asked. I think this is quite an interesting question. Somebody's asked, what happens if someone discovers a bug? I don't know how there's going to be a bug in the Zanderballs on-chain lottery, but like because you're using the actual machine. But I guess there could be. So let's widen that out. Do you have a bug bounty?
Bug bounty, yeah.
There will always be customer service where players can report anything they find.
And we're trying to deal
with 24/7
and put the checks and balances in so we don't have the problem in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
Computer with independent, what do you call it? Independent authorization. So the computer, we have the computer saying it's this, then it's a clarification. We'd rather be fair than I think nothing would upset anybody.
Yeah.
We're trying to be as fair as we can. Okay.
Well, as you know, like I said, I've been in this space for a long time, and I think the first, pretty much see everything that's gonna happen. Like, first thing's gonna happen is DDoS attack. There's gonna be like DDoS attack. There's gonna be this attack and that attack. And yeah, it's we make a lot of we take it seriously. The the security and bugs. That's why it's probably the longest part of everything in what we're doing is the testing. Test, retest, and test, retest. Yeah.
Yeah, That's good. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. But you know, where there's technology and money, especially when there's a lot of money, like you're talking about, there's always going to be people that are going to be trying to find little holes and ways to exploit what you've built. So, have you considered working with a bug bounty provider like Immunify, for example?
There's gonna be there's a planned penetration test in all our systems, especially the casino, before we actually go on the actual launch.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be having a soft launch exclusively for our community. We're gonna be using just the KFC tokens. If there's a question like, oh, why are you guys selling too much tokens? There's a reason to that. The reason is during the soft launch, during this period, the only currency that we'll be able to use in our casino is the KFC tokens. That is why we're selling a lot of tokens. So it's an investment slash fund, or you can use it to play as well. And at the same time, by the way, if you use your KFC tokens, you deposit in the casino. The first time deposit will also get 100%. You get 2x.
Cool. All right. Thank you. Last question now. There's quite a few good questions actually, but we're running out of time. We've got to the end of the hour and a half, and we're going to need to wrap things up because we have other things to do after we've finished here. So the very last question, I think it's a good one. Is the casino platform planning to be on multiple chains? Are you considering expanding further afield than just B&B?
I'm looking at Polygon.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Polygon. It's very cost effective. Anything that's cost effective where it's not going to cost her. Arbitrum as well.
Yeah.
And we're looking at anything that won't have high gas fees and waste our community's money.
Okay, if Richard Hart manages not to rug it. Sorry, that's naughty of me. But if it blows out, if it catches, I believe we could see a whole lot of liquidity flowing over to Pulse Chain. The bridges are opening up now. Things are starting to. It's exactly your MO. Very low gas fees, and you go where the money is, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Pulse Chain. Well, we could be multi-chain. Yeah. Now,
I'm going to do something different here. I've highlighted the questions. I'm going to send you the questions so that you can decide, because there's a few good ones there. I'm just going to send you the questions, and then you can decide which question is the best answer. So we're not going to give that answer now live. So people are going to have to wait until you've made your decision as to which one of those questions you think is the best one and deserving of the $25 prize. Now, if there's one thing that you would have our community walking away thinking about, what would that be? The one thing that you really want to, if they don't remember anything else, which they might not, DGen brains, what's the one thing that you want them to think about?
We've got, as you can tell, we've got so many moving parts.
Yes, you have.
We're answering questions, and then later on we're coming back and we forgot this. There's so many more moving parts of what we can actually present in an hour and a half. We haven't had an AMA where we're like, oh, we have nothing else to say. There's so much more to this project than what we could actually put out just here. There's more than on our white paper, but I believe our white paper is enough to get started and get involved. But
there's one thing.
Yeah, what is it?
House always wins. Be part of that.
Be a part of the house.
Be part of that.
The house always wins, and the house is feeding your token. We've heard you explain how that see how that works.
And if you're part
That's
of the
a good,
house,
that's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's burning that we haven't covered that you want to address really quickly? You know, like within a couple of minutes. We really do
I
have
wanted
to
to show
wrap up.
the self-portrait.
Let's wrap it up.
A very nice self-portrait here. I just wanted to show if it came in. Huh? Can you see it?
Wow,
Okay. Just beautiful. It's of the artist.
that is really cool.
Yeah.
That is really
So I think she was going through some trauma. So it was a very nice therapy. So we keep going back to therapy.
I'm sorry, just going back. If there's one thing that we forgotten, probably is that what you're asking?
Yeah. What did we forget?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's so much.
there's so much.
There's too many moving parts.
So, guys, and I just want to chip in a little degen thing here. Tonight we've had a genuine team come and present something that's obviously been thought about and been developed for quite some time. You know, they're sat here in front of you on camera in their office, answered all the questions, got all the bits and pieces in place. You're being offered to buy into their private sale right now at a 27% discount. So, I mean, no matter what happens, and like, I think it's fair to say that the guys here would rather that people don't dump tokens. But like, I mean, that's your prerogative. You're free to do what you like with your tokens once you bought them. But the thing that I'm just pointing out is that if you do like what you've seen and you trust this team, you've got an opportunity here to make an easy 27% really quickly just by buying in, holding, and then selling. But I have a feeling that by holding, you could make a whole lot more. That's my take. Definitely not financial advice. Degen financial advice, sure, but not financial advice. Guys, you've been fantastic guests tonight.
There's a lot of value already. Yeah. So, I mean.
Guys, you've been fantastic guests tonight. Thank you for coming along and presenting to us. Everyone in the chat, go and get into KFC chat. If you've asked questions and you want them answered, go and get in their chat. Look, they're there. They're very approachable. Go and ask the questions so that they can answer them. And big ups. Thank you so much. It's really cool. And we're friends now. What I say to all our projects, please keep coming over, be good friends, come and tell us what you're up to, tell us how your private sales are going and your pre-sale and your launch and the bits and pieces. As you have news, come and tell us about it. We're friends. We want you over here. You're the people that we want in the chat telling us about all the good stuff that you're doing going forwards. The AMA is just the first little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. That's actually part of the plan. We're planning to go back to the communities that we visited, the first time. So this week probably is going to be another break. Like I said, we've been from a break from AMAs, and then
Because we got to work.
because we gotta work. We gotta work with our utility, with our company, with our business, with our licenses, with our everything.
Yeah.
With everything. So this is a business. So yeah, we're gonna work, and then when we go back, this is one of the community that we're gonna be going back to, and we're gonna be proudly and happily probably present to you guys, announce to you guys that we are on pre-sale 1. If you guys were not able to get into private sale, here we are, and
And also when we go back, we're gonna prove what we're talking about. So when we go back, I think last week we were talking about the game and testing. Well, it's down in the bottom corner. Now the next point is getting up so the community, while we're in the next AMAs, in the next batch of AMAs, they can actually participate in that during the AMA and gamble away and have some fun.
Yeah, and also the casino is going to be up by that time, wherein you can play if you have the KFC token. So yeah, if it's up to you. Get in now, get in later. but sooner or later, you only KFC.
I'm hungry.
Amazing. Right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up now because I have to send some Protoverse Solus ducks to some lucky DJs that have won them tonight. We'll be starting the duck race. The lobby will be open. The fun and games will be open in just under half an hour. So 8:15. So that'll be 8:15. Yeah, and guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing all your stuff. Everybody in the chat as well. Big love to you all. Thank you. I will see you soon.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I gotta go.
Welcome to the Jesse DJs Kentucky Fight Club Protoverse Duck Race at last. Now we're going to get on with the serious business of seeing who's been good ducky DJs and who's been naughty ducky DJs. You know the drill. I'm going to go through my white list. Anybody that's not on here, if your name's not down, you're not getting in. But I may give you a couple of seconds, like literally 2 seconds tonight, to speak and plead your case if you think we've made a mistake. All right? So I'm going to turn the music up now, because you don't need to hear me chatting shit. I'd rather listen to some decent tunes whilst I'm doing this. And when I get to the naughty ducks, I'll turn the music down so you can hear me. Let's fucking go. I'll be there. Let's see if you're here. I'll be there. Yes, you're in. Nonny boy. Nonny boy, you're in. Danny 4G7. You're in. Leo after Leo. You're in. Polanyi. You're in. Mama Dab! Of course, Mama Dab's there. Game Maker. You're in. Teabag. You're in. Jane Lilia. You're in. Mr. Chapsy. You're in. Crypto Loga. You're in. Christian BT3. You're in. Locker 10U. You're in. SS10. You're in. Randomly chosen name. You're in. Mark 12 GT. You're in. Philip 143. You're in. Couldn't find go. Oh no, couldn't find good name. I remember. I couldn't find good name. Oh, that's quite a good name. You're in. Bull. You're in. Wakagu. You're in. Melek. You're in. Spilgar 123. You're in. Crypto Crypto Gabriel. You're in. Crypto. You're in. Balbazarado. You're in. I've got fucking killing. What's going on tonight? I'm going to kill someone. Crazy Jack. Crazy Jack. It's 3 seconds. I can't see your names down here. Let me read them. Christian BT3, couldn't find good name. Crypto Gabriel, Crypto Bizpro, Crypto J, Crypto Logan 4G. There is no crazy, because you didn't change your name to Crazy Jack. I'm telling you, you need to change it. You got it the wrong way around. You need to not Jack Crazy. It's got to be Crazy Jack, and then you'll be safe. Badger, are you talking? I can't hear you.
I was just saying I can see Jack Crazy, so.
Can you? Oh, because I'm looking into Crazy Jack, isn't it? Thank you.
Said it wrong to start with.
This is not a good day for Jesse. Oh, yeah. No, Crazy Jack Crazy. You need to change your name to Crazy Jack, because otherwise I don't see it. Look, see what happened then. That was a close call. Woo. But where are you? Are you here? Because if you're here, you're not complaining. Oh, well, we haven't stipulated that as a rule to actually be in this VC. So I guess you've done everything. But remember, guys, we don't have time to check the whitelists. So these ducks, some of them may win, like they have been doing. And then when we check the snapshots of the AMA to make sure that you're actually in at the beginning and the middle and the end, if you're not there, then you'll get disqualified. Simple as that. But thank you, Badger. You saved me. Otherwise, I would have had some explaining to do again. Alok 1159. Okay, hello. You're in. Adrian 777. You're in. Kriston 3. You're in. Elon. Still no Tesla sitting outside my front door. Great. What the fuck is it? Elon, your name's not down. Help me, Badger, you got eagle eyes. Am I about to kill Elon for no reason?
I can't see it either.
Elon, you got 3 seconds. 2, 1. That's my middle finger. So you're fucking dead. So you just think, if you'd have sent me that Tesla, I might have overlooked this. I'm not infallible. Elon's dead. KK Meow. You're in. Badger! Of course you're in. See that? I even need to look under A for Avid Badger, not just B for Badger, like I have done in the past. Hanabi! Hanabi, you're in. Balanji! Balanji, you're in. I have to go back to the top now to make sure there's no sneaky ones. I'm out. Yeah, there are some new ones that tried to sneak in. I'm out. Yeah, Ben Jasper. Yeah, Last Sasha. Yeah, BTC 1DG. Yeah, I think we're back to the beginning again now. Abby the fraud. Yeah, Money Boy, yeah, remember Money Boy. You just check no one else has tried to sneak it. Right then. And we have a lovely Nadia with us tonight. Nadia, would you like to do the commentary of the duck racing?
Sure, Jess.
Because you weren't here the other night, and oh god, the commentary just fell to pieces. I was just talking about like, oh, it's dead ducks. They're dying all over the place. There's more blood. There's more shooting, more dead ducks. This is fun. Woo! I honestly enjoyed the shooting bit more than the racing bit.
Yeah.
What this is about me.
Is, are we having KFC ducks in the pre-rounds fried?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of dead ducks again tonight. Right. Yes, okay. Over to you, lovely Nadia, for the commentary. Pre-round start in 3, 2... Let's fucking go!
Woo, let's fucking go! I'm excited to see the first one. Oh, just the music is not on. The duck music.
The duck music's on, is that?
And the second one.
Wait, no.
Let's see, Ben Jasper's out. Lesta's. Mama's out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Malik, you're out.
Crazy Jack made it. Oh, Badger's dead!
James is in. It was a soulless. Ooh, my screen froze.
Not long until
BTC,
these soulless ducks are going to be zombie.
Yeah, here we can see the fried ducks.
Fried ducks?
Yeah. And the lucky ones who are racing today.
Everyone's duck.
Yeah. Yeah, 3, 2, 1 to the main race. Look at this. Look at those soulless. With 2 frogs, one in the beginning, one in the end. Let's see who's taking the lead. Jane, is that you? Or Christian? Game Maker. I think Mark. Mark is trying to put some speed in. But who else? Gonna be your slow teabag. Isidora, come on. I'm gonna find out in a few seconds. First, second, and third. Who's gonna be today? Come on. I think Teabag is the first one. I saw Christian. Let's confirm it. Yeah, Teabag, BTC, and Christian. Congratulations.
Big up, Lucky Ducks. Now, of course, this is all down to, and these are the next ducks and things for the video and for everybody to see. I think you can check this yourselves. So we will now go and check and see who makes sure that these are all legitimate winners, that they were actually here when the snapshots were taken in the AMA, because that's what we say and that's fair. And thank you all for turning up tonight. I hope even if you haven't won anything, you've had some fun. And go and check out KFC Bet. They've got a lot going on, just saying. Go and check them if you haven't already, which you have, because you've done all the tasks, which means that you've had a look. But go back over and go and have a chat with them. Go and ask all those questions. A load of good questions there, really good. Go and ask them. Go and get more answers. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to mute up and switch off now. I'll leave the VC open. If anybody wants to talk, they can.